Hey guys, Mike here. So today's cult classic review is 1969's Easy Rider, starring Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper. In Easy Rider, Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper are travelling from LA and they're trying to get to Mardi Gras. Along the way they meet loads of different people, mingle, and overall they're just trying to have a good time. And so we have Easy Rider. Now, I know that sounded really brief as to what the movie's about, but honestly, that is literally what Easy Rider's about. So, before watching Easy Rider today, I had never seen it before. I don't think, honestly, I'd ever heard of it, though I had heard of Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper before. And as for the two actors, honestly, they're passable. I wouldn't say they do anything particularly amazing in this one. And I would say that they're pretty much at the standard for late 60s acting. Because honestly, these performances today would not pass. Also, Jack Nicholson's in this movie, and in usual Jack Nicholson fashion, it seems like he's kind of wandered in from a different movie. And honestly, there's not really much to say about these characters because they don't really grow as characters, they don't really do anything all that interesting, and you don't really necessarily get to find out anything about them. I suppose Dennis Hopper has got the most characterization to him because he's pretty much just a stereotypical hippie, whereas Peter Fonda doesn't really do or say anything that warrants any kind of attention. In all honesty, guys, I really struggled to get through this one. Within the first half an hour, I'd already pretty much switched off, and I'd already thought this was a movie that wasn't worth my time. Now, I do understand, obviously, that this movie is a product of its time. And at first, this movie did definitely feel just like a product of its time. But after a bit, I just couldn't really give it that excuse. This movie was just so uneventful, so boring, and hardly anything happens. And honestly, when something does happen, the characters act like, nothing's really happened. At one point, they'll have this massive, life-changing event happen to them, and in the next 2 seconds, they'll just be like, well, I guess that didn't happen. Though they don't actually say that, it kind of does feel like they had no life-changing experience from these events. And one of the oddest things as well about this movie is just the editing. There are these weird, multi-shot cut things, which just feel like, why are you doing this? And at first I thought maybe this is kind of to say that they don't know what reality they're operating in because they're so high on drugs. But then it just got to a point, nah, this is just bad editing. And in terms of an actual story, there really isn't one. They kind of just meander from place to place, meeting people who are more and more forgettable. And other than Jack Nicholson, no one really has a personality beyond, I want to do drugs and live free. That's really it. That's all they're about. Honestly, the biggest standout from this movie is its soundtrack. The big standout song being Born to be Wild, and I think that Easy Rider is the movie that is responsible for this song being in the mainstream zeitgeist for so long. I mean, we've all heard this song, it's pretty much been played to death, and seeing it in this movie didn't really kind of make me go, maybe this song's amazing again. Nah, it's just like, it's been used in a movie again. Hell, for all I know, this song was written for this movie. I just couldn't be asked to do any research to find out whether this is true or not. Honestly, guys, I was checked out of this movie, and the ending had to be the worst part about it. It was just so random and anticlimactic that it just really annoyed me, and it immediately made me want to forget about this movie. So, do I consider Easy Rider a cult classic? I can see how this movie probably would have been great in 1969. However, right now, this movie was completely unwatchable. The acting was bad, the editing was poor, though the music was good for the most part, nothing else held this movie together. And I would definitely not put this as a personal cult classic. I can see why some people would think it is, but for myself personally, this movie is completely forgettable. Okay guys, that's my review of Easy Rider. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!